the whole damn thing. Anyway, hey, joining us right now, speaking of the guy we've been bragging about here, Leonard Marshall, one of the great defensive linemen of all time, one of the Giants greats, joins us. Leonard, good morning, brother. How you doing?
Good morning, Mr. Rose. I am so elated to do this morning. How are you, sir?
We're doing great. Hey, I hope you didn't mind. We're just talking while we're waiting for you. We're talking about the hit. And by the way, yesterday I said, hey, I just talked to Leonard Marshall. I was at the practice, and they go, oh, man. And the first thing people say is that Joe Montana hit in that NFC championship game where he rolls out a little bit. You didn't quit on the play. You come all the way over, and the rest is history. What do you remember about that play?
I remember my Pee-wee football coach telling me, Leonard, the ground is hot. Get up off the ground. The ground is hot, big boy. Get up. That's what I remember.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I remember a big man launching right into Joe, and that was it. Hey, Leonard, we got a lot of stuff to get to, and first of all, I want to start, man, what you've done for players and the awareness of CTE. We see it on everybody's team. I'm sure every NFL team that's got an alumni that have had teams around now have seen it, and what you guys are doing. You've been a big, big part of it. I think on behalf of a lot of people, I thank you. We've seen it with a lot of players down here we've lost because of CTE, and I know you have too.
Yes, I have. I mean, there's so many guys. You know, one of the guys I lost that was really close to me, and he grew close to me because we became teammates, was Mr. David R. Durson, former Chicago Bear, and joined the New York Giants in 1990, and was an intricate part of our success as a football team while playing safety for us. It's his life that was projected in the film called Concussions. And while I thought they did a great job in showcasing his football life, they didn't really do a good job showcasing his professional life, both in and out of football, and the family man he was and everything that he contributed to being a member of the National Football League.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, and now I find out down here, you're a spokesman for and partner with the Focus Brain Therapy Group in Davie. By the way, what they're doing over there, I went down there. I was blown away. First of all, I got to tell you, Leonard, I didn't know that the brain can heal with these concussions. I had no idea. I just thought you were toast, and I see the work they're doing over the circuit training and the mental and physical stuff they do together to stimulate the brain. It's incredible, some of the stuff they're doing.
It's
I know
incredible.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's incredible, Joe. No, it's incredible. You know, my friend Tom Fox, I've been friends with the Fox family for over 30 years. And I met his brother first. And then in 95, when I decided to leave the game of football and be a dad, I met Tommy. And from day one, man, we just been engaged as brothers. I've done everything to uplift him. He's done everything to uplift me. We continue to stay in touch. And this thing came about with Focus Brain Therapy, and he thought about me, and he said, Leonard, the work that you've done in CTE, in the area of CTE and dementia and Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, needs to be warranted. And we want to somehow help you get your message out there, and we want to be able to help you grow our business. And I said to him, well, you found the right partner. Even though I live in New Jersey, you found the right partner, and I'm excited about the opportunity. I love what Dr. Husbo has done. I love what she's been able to give back to the game that I love and you love so much, Joe. I mean, these games both changed our lives for certain. I mean, we wouldn't be having this conversation if it wasn't for football. Right. So, you know, I can tell you that we wish to change many more lives. We wish to help many more players. And I know you got teammates like I got teammates that are struggling with Parkinson's, ALS, and dementia. And, you know, we just want to continue to do good work and try to service the community and help people grow their concern and grow their cause.
Yeah, I got to tell you, it's Leonard, what they're doing over there to see the work and going through it. As you said, Lisa and Tom, and the work has just been great. We've been talking, and people have had concussions for either car accidents to in sports, to be able to heal and go over there and see the improvement with the brain is just incredible, which I, again, had no idea about, but just amazing. And I got to tell you, man, it's so cool to be able to get a chance to talk to you, especially when you were such a big part of those great Giant defenses, the Big Blue Wrecking Crew, man. And Leonard, I got to tell you, we always ask, he lives down here, Lawrence Taylor. You played with many people believe is the greatest defensive player of all time, and you got to see the show up close every week. What was it like? And I don't want to take away from Banks or Carson or any of the other great players, but what was it like with LT? And do you believe what everybody says, he could be the greatest defensive player of all time?
Let me tell you, I recognized it early on. The stories that you hear about him are very real. I mean, when you walk in our locker room, the first locker you saw was Harry Carson. The second locker you saw was Lawrence Taylor, and the third was mine. And I put myself in that position, and Bill Parcells did, because he wanted me to learn their work habits. And if I could work as hard as they did, and if harder, I could make that whole group a bit better. Well, guess what? They made me better, Joe. They made me better. I mean, I can tell you week in and week out, they consistently challenge me to be the best version of myself. I don't think Harry would have had the tail end of his career the way he did if the nucleus of the three-legged stool didn't come together between he and I and Lawrence and the right side of our defense for about 5 or 6 or 7 years there together. I just don't think that would have happened. I got a chance to see it every day, man. And I got to tell you, I've never seen a guy with that much blessed ability that could turn it on. And I mean, turn it on, Joe. I mean, high level turn it on. I just never seen it. I've never seen it before in my life.
Yeah.
Leonard, I'm curious. We got speaking of seeing something every day, we saw it yesterday, the Giants' new defense here, which really took apart the Dolphins' offensive line in the scrimmage. I'm just curious, not that they measure up to what you guys did, but what do you see about the Giants' defense, especially the front seven right now?
Well, they're coming back. They're going back to what we did. Tradition is tradition. I mean, tradition in Miami was linebackers. Tradition in New York was linebackers. I mean, I got stuffed in there with all these linebackers, with Carson, Taylor, Banks, Reasons, Johnson, Van Pelt, Kelly, so many of these guys. And I'm talking that 6'4", 55-pound guy who can run, who can hit, who can play in space. And Joe, you know that being a tight end, when you get one of those big backers like that can play in space, they can make it tough on the edge.
No question. Hey, speaking of that, Brian Burns, that trade, great trade. He was just sensational. He's coming off a great year. And by the way, you talk about an organization that's had great pass rushers, all you guys. Where does Brian Burns, what do you think about him? A guy that's from down here at American Heritage Plantation, and just how good he was last year.
He was unbelievable. I think he's highly skilled, highly trained, very athletic, in great shape, shows up as a pro, does everything he possibly can to sew up their defense, elevate guys to play. I didn't know Brian when I lived in South Florida, when I resided in Boca Raton. I wish I did. That's one thing Tommy didn't do, is introduce me to Brian. He took me to St. Thomas, but he didn't introduce me to Brian. But I can honestly tell you that, what an outstanding young man. He's great. He's great for the franchise. He's great for the community. He does a lot of great stuff here in New Jersey. And, I'm excited to meet him and talk to him. I haven't had a chance to be with some of these guys because I live so far away. But yet I get to see him when I go back to the stadium and do a little bit of work for the team. So,
Leonard, I got to tell you, man, everything you've done, you go back to school, you get a master's, you become a professor. Man, you talk about a guy getting the most out of your life. Just talk about your motivation after having a great career, a long career, a couple of Super Bowls, almost 80 sacks, to be motivated to keep going in your education. Talk about that.
Well, I contribute that to the leadership that was instilled in me, not only from my parents, but from the people that really touched my life in athletics. I mean, I give a lot to Jerry Stovall. I give an awful lot to Pete Jenkins. back at LSU. I give a lot to the family structure I have. I have a great woman in my life, and Lisa Ann Marshall, that does everything she possibly can to have me be the best version of myself every day and represent our family that way. So, I guess you could say I've just been blessed with great people that have always motivated me to want to be the best version of myself. But, my teammate George Martin had a lot to do with my success early on. And the one thing he taught me early was, Leonard, shut the crowd noise out. You're only competing with yourself. You're not competing with anybody else in here. You're only competing with yourself. So every day you show up, just be the best version of yourself and don't let all the rest of that stuff fall into place. And, once I really got that, Joe, I think that helped me become a better pro.
Yeah, wow. Hey, you had Bill Belichick. We always forget why we're talking about Parcells and Sims and all the rest of you guys, all the great players on both sides of football. You had Bill Belichick, too, as a defensive coordinator, started with the championship rings there. Do you have any idea he was going to win so many games in the NFL by the way he coached?
Dude, the guy is football Urkel. It's football Urkel. Every day that I came to work, this guy would be on the treadmill looking at game plans, doing pass rush lane assignment, going over blitzes, doing all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, when does this guy sleep?
Yeah.
He never sleeps. And then we get in meetings and he start drawing up things on the board and he goes, Lenny, you understand this? Yes, I do, coach. Yes, I do, coach. When they go jump, I want you to jump. You jump from a 4 to a 3. I want you to line up on the shoulder of the guard. I want you to pressure the gap. And when you do that, launch the loop underneath you. Oh, man, when we created that thing turned into something really crazy.
You're not kidding.
So he was just, he's just a guy that attention to detail, that's Belichick. Football integrity, that's Belichick. Character development in football, that's Belichick. Toughness is Bill Parcells.
Yeah. By the way, great call on the last one. Don't think I still see those videos of, quarterbacks usually get a hall pass with head coaches. Boy, I see stuff with Phil, and I know Phil talks about it sometimes. Parcells used to get on him pretty good on the sideline. What was that like?
Parcells got on everybody, Joe. He got on everybody, Joe. He got on everybody, and he made it his business to get in your face, too.
Yeah.
He's one of in-your-face coaches.
Hey, Leonard, you got 2 Super Bowl rings. Beat the Broncos in one and the Bills. Which one means more to you?
I was teasing Bernie Kosar yesterday. I had a phone call with Bernie Kosar. The 86 team was very special. And the 86 team should have played the Browns in that Super Bowl. And that's why I called Bernie to tease him yesterday. But both championships were great. Both had a different mantra for our team. I think the 86 team was a little bit stronger because we knew we were really good. And we got our ass kicked in Chicago the season before, and we never forgot it. So we put a chip on our shoulder and dared somebody to come and knock it off the next season. And that team, I think, ended up finishing 17-2. The 90 Giants didn't learn how to win till early on in camp, and I had missed all the training camp. We go 10-0, and I'm a spot player. I mean, I'm playing the second snap of every series in every game for 10 weeks. I was in Bill Parcells' doghouse. And, when I finally came back to play, we lose a game 10-3 to San Francisco on Monday night. And I said to the boys, I told the guys in that locker room, I said, guys, we've really got something special here. I don't see one guy in here that's not miserable tonight. I don't see one guy in here that's not miserable. And you know what that tells me? They're hungry.
Yeah.
Failure won tonight, and failure is going to be the lesson. And let me tell you something. If you go back and watch that NFC Championship game in 91, that team was extremely resilient. I mean, we hit everything that moved from the time we got off that bus to the time that game was over.
You're not kidding. Hey, Leonard, I got to tell you, man, it has been great. I'm so glad the work you're doing, and you're great, man. We really appreciate you coming on to talk a little bit about focus, brain therapy going on in Davie, and hearing it from you, talk about the great work they're doing and helping people overcome concussions and healing that brain is so important that and being affiliated with it with the NFL. I really appreciate everything you're doing, Leonard. Thank you, buddy.
Man, Joe, thank you. And I'm gonna tell you something, buddy. When your show first started, I didn't know that you'd become who you become. And I got to tell you, kudos to you, man. You have done an amazing job in South Florida with representing, the radio network you work for.
Thank you, man.
The game of football. You're a great ambassador, man. And I love the work you're doing. Keep doing it. I wish I could listen to you every day. I don't live down there anymore. But you know what? When I do come back, Joe, I'm coming looking for you, buddy.
You got it. You know what? You might be in here with that big personality of yours. You might be in here a couple days a week, brother. So thank you, Leonard. I appreciate it.
Champ.
All right.
You got it, man. Love you, man.
All
Keep
right.
doing what you're doing.
All right. Thank you, Leonard. I appreciate that. Leonard Marshall joining us. Wow. What a player. What a personality. How good is that?
Big personality on a team of personalities. It's always interesting, when he was going through that checklist of.
He had me in the locker room, listen to him talk.
And I just walking in the locker room and seeing, Martin, Taylor, and Marshall. That would be it. Set the tone of what
That's
you're walking into, huh?
He started naming all those old linebackers, and my brain was going through all those guys. They were loaded with great linebackers across the middle. We played them in a preseason game, and again, preseason was like a regular season game against those guys, and they were lighting guys up. You were sore. It was a preseason game, and it didn't matter. They got after. I loved the Parcells, and everybody thought it was just a Shula thing.
Well, Parcells as a coach that's why he's in the Hall of Fame. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame coach.
He got after it, no question. Hey, we got to go to break here. We got a lot more stuff. Want to thank him. Mike Florio going to join us at 9 o'clock. I want to thank Leonard Marshall for joining us this morning. I do want to talk about your South Florida Chevy dealers this morning.